Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake, and what we're going to make are dinner rolls. These particular dinner rolls I had at a friend's house, and I liked them so much that I asked for the recipe. And she called them milk rolls. After making them myself and having them at her house, they reminded me so much of the rolls that you get when you're at a Chinese restaurant. And they just are delicious. So I wanted to make a video on these milk dinner rolls or buns. I made my dough in the bread maker on the dough cycle. If you want to make this dough by hand, of course you certainly can. I want to give you the recipe right off the bat. All the directions and the ingredients and what have you will be below the video, okay? You're going to need 2 cups of milk, at least 110 to 115 Fahrenheit, a half a cup of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 teaspoon of salt, 5 cups of all-purpose flour, and 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Now on the recipe that I just gave you, just as a quick reminder, it is using all-purpose, not bread flour, okay? I'm going to take it out of my bread maker. Now, the dough that you're going to be looking at is really only half. I made it. I'm going to put a little flour on my countertop here. I made it, and then I cut it in half. So, in other words, the dough ball that you see right now is only half. So you can imagine it is a big recipe if this is only half. It's quite a nice dough to work with. It is a little bit sticky, so you do want to put a little bit of flour, not too much, and you don't want to overwork it either, because you don't want these rolls, to be real tough or dense. Now, I like to measure all my rolls so that they come out the same. I like my dinner rolls to be a little larger than normal, where the person that's having it, it's sort of like them having their own little mini bread. So when I made these rolls, let me use a different knife here, I made them in 4 ounces. You certainly can make them smaller than 4 ounces. But I did get a dozen rolls out of this recipe at 4 ounces, and that's 4 ounces right there. What I do is, on rolling mine, is I just turn it over in the palm of my hand, and I start pinching it all together. There's many different ways to roll a roll or a bun. Then I push it in, and then I just start rolling it in my hand. It's your method, I'm sure, is perfect to use, but this is what I do, and I make my roll like that. And do place it on a heavily greased pan or your parchment paper and put them about 2 inches apart. So I'm going to just cut off another one again, 4 ounces. And you can see it's a little bit sticky to work with, but it's a nice, really a nice dough, okay? All right, and then like I said, I just bring it all together so it forms a nice round ball on the bottom of the roll. I just keep pinching it and making it round in my hand. I press that part of the dough with my finger, sort of like the seam of it, I guess, and then I'll just roll it like a ball in my hand, so it'll look like that. Okay? Now, you're going to bake these rolls at 350 degrees. And they took me, well, I started checking mine around 15 minutes. So they could take 15 to 25. It really depends on your oven, that type of thing. And as we realize, all ovens do set up so differently. So I want to just rinse my hands very quickly to show you what these look like once they're baked up. Now also, I almost forgot, you'll want to cover them with a clean kitchen towel or a piece of plastic wrap and wait till the rolls are double in size. It might be a half hour, it might take an hour. Again, it really depends on the temperature of your kitchen, but remember, they do need to be double in size before you bake them at the 350, okay? Now also, if you want the roll to have a higher shine to them, mix a little egg wash with a pastry brush and brush them. I don't particularly put an egg wash on mine, but this is how they come out. They really do bake up so nice and tall, and this beautiful, I hope you can see, a beautiful golden brown on the top and on the bottom. And then if you can again see how nice and tall. Now again, this is a larger size roll. This was 4 ounces. You're going to make them whatever you prefer. And again, it has a matte finish because I don't I don't put an egg wash over them. Now I'm going to cut one open to show you what they're like on the inside. They are absolutely very light. You would think they'd be super dense or heavy, but they aren't. They have a lot of spring to them. The flake, you can see how nicely it does come away from the bun, so it's not real heavy. They're very soft, and you can see me pressing on them, that they're very, well, kind of cushy. But they are just delicious. They're delicious on their own, or with butter, or with a little bit of jam, however that you want to eat them. Whether you can toast them in the morning in your toaster. These dinner rolls or buns, they come up and bake up just beautiful. They're easy to make and they taste so good. They really do. Well, that's it for me today. I want to thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake. Always as a reminder, you'll find my videos and video recipes only on YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel. Once again, thank you. Oh, and by the way, if you try these rolls and you like them, well, leave a comment, because I always like to hear from you. So, thanks again. I'll see you soon.